Hi, this is M.Fevzi Korkutata, Oracle Ace. Today we are going to learn Oracle WebLogic thread pool monitoring, and I'm going to use Oracle WebLogic Server 12c with release 2 and WLSTM, which is also latest release. We have some advanced learnings about Java thread dump learning. We will learn about WebLogic HOGGER and stack threads, Java thread dump analyzing, and how to deal with WebLogic HOGGER and stack threads. In this screencast, I have three parts. The first part will be about EJB thread monitoring, and the second part will be about SQL thread monitoring, and the last part we will learn about how to monitor web service threads and how to understand these kind of threads with monitoring infrastructure. I have three applications. The first one will be stack thread for free. I downloaded from Frank News blog. You can download from there. And for the SQL monitoring, we are going to use Superstore web application. I've written this web application for the demonstrations. And for the last part, we are going to use Hello Wait web service application. Also, I write this application for web service monitoring. So let's see my managed servers. We are going to work on managed server 1, and I have changed some settings in the tuning tab. Go to tuning tab. There is a settings which is stack thread max time. The default value is 600 seconds, and for the test purpose, for the screencast, I've decreased to 90 seconds. Also, I've changed stack thread timer interval to 90 seconds too. And in overload tab, we have another settings which is max stack thread time. Also, I've changed this to 90 seconds. So let's begin. I'm switching to WLSTM console, and in the server's dashboard, we have two important JMX MBs. One is hogging thread count, and the other is stack thread count. Hogger threads is kind of problematic threads, and Oracle WebLogic flags some long-running threads as hoggers. After the 90 seconds, if they do not complete their jobs, Oracle WebLogic flags these threads as stack threads. So these stack threads are not good for your WebLogic JVMs, because when you have a lot of stack and hogger threads, this means your application can be slowed down and you are going to face with weak performance on your web applications. So let's start with EJB thread monitoring. So we are going to use stack thread for free applications, and I'm giving 3 threads, and we will keep the thread busy with 110 seconds, and let's choose thread sleep. These are Java methods that I'm going to execute. I've submitted, and let's switch back to server dashboard. When we fetch the new value for hogging thread count, I can see that I have 2 hogger threads. Let's refresh again. Okay, we have 3 hoggers anymore. So let's open thread pool and choose manage server 1. Okay, these are my hogger threads. When we see the stack trace, I can understand that my execute thread 1 stack trace, Java threads are just executed from bottom to top. So these methods and classes worked well, and currently it is waiting at the thread sleep. This is a native JDK method and it is fired by com.moonsandmore thread sleep method in the 26 Java code. So in the line 26, this means in the line 26 I have a Java method and currently this is a HOGGER thread. After that, these hoggers becomes stack threads. I can see that all my HOGGER threads just transformed as stack thread, which is not a good case for a WebLogic domain. Let's go to notifications, metric notifications. Okay, I can see my stack threads. These are my stack threads also. So we can say that my thread 1 is just stack. So what is a stack thread means? You cannot do anything for the stack threads anymore. You need to prevent all your threads as flagged as stack by Oracle WebLogic Server Application Server. Before that, we need to take some preventions for our web applications or any kind of application that deployed to Oracle WebLogic Server. Let's go to profiling dumps page. Okay, I have my thread dumps here because when I faced with an HOGGER thread and I have my thread dumps, and this is very important to analyze the problems. So let's open with thread dump analyzer and search for stack. Okay, I can see that I have 3 stack thread and these are currently not stuck because this thread dump is taken while I have some stack threads. Let's switch back to my warnings. Okay, for the first time I have received an email that for hogging thread count JMX and Bean, and these are my self-tuning thread pool threads which are HOGGER threads. Also, I have a thread dump attached in my email. So I can do like this. This is my execute thread 10. Let's open this file and click. Okay, so also when I'm mobile, I can see and analyze my thread time by following this attachment. So in execute thread 10, I have a thread sleep problematic code and we need to do something about it. So what is the solution for this? So what kind of event is this? By seeing this, I have a Java class and it is named and long running EJB. By this, I can say that this is an EJB class, but so I'm saying this because of its name. So when the name is not given as EJB, so what is the solution? How can I prevent these events to become as HOGGER or threads? So let's go to backend system notifications. Okay, I have some notifications here, and when I open this backend notification, I can see that I have an application which is stack thread for free, and the EJB is long running EJB, and my method is thread sleep. When I see a notification like this, I can say that I have an EJB business method invocation, and I know that this EJB is not working well, and this EJB has a weak performance in the thread sleep method. So basically, I have to do that. I have to send this notification to the developer or the code owner like this. Okay, we are facing some performance issues in this EJB, and could you please increase or take some actions to increase the performance for this EJB? So let's check my emails again. Okay, after hogging, I received another email that my HOGGER threads becomes stuck thread. So this means anymore WebLogic flagged this thread as stuck threads. So because our stuck time is 90 seconds, but this process took about 110 seconds. So it is not worked well. So we can say that our client just had some issue in our web applications. After that, I received another notification, which is a backend monitoring notification. So we can say that I have a threshold for 60 seconds, and these are my EJB business method invocations. By following this email, I can say that my HOGGER, my stack, is created because of this long-running EJB by execution of thread sleep method. So after the timeout and like stuck timeout, I received another notification. These are clear notifications, and we can say that anymore HOGGER thread count problem is just resolved, and currently I don't have any stuck and HOGGER thread because I'm not calling this application anymore, but it's for sure the client has some issues while using the web interface. So let's switch back to server's dashboard again and refresh all the JMX MBs, and currently I don't have any HOGGER and stuck threads. So this is the end of part 1. So let's switch back to part 2. As I said before, I have two applications. In this part 2, we are going to test a superstore web applications. So this is the web application that we are going to use. I have some pages, products page, customer page, current order, and orders. As you see, the customers page is very fast. So let's go back to WLSTM and backend generic dashboard, and these are my backend charts. Currently I don't have any SQL chart, but anymore I can see that my JDBC statement execute chart is just here. So all the SQLs just working well, and I don't have any issue currently. So let's make this customers page slow. I have write this application by myself, so I know that how to slow down this application with some problematic SQLs. Let's switch back to terminal, and I have an XML. this is my customers page SQL, and I'm adding some additional SQL. This SQL means that sleep 110 seconds and then execute select star from customers table. So let's save this file and go back to customers page again. As you see, the customer page is not working well. It's just waiting. Let's go back to server dashboard again. And refresh hogging thread count. Okay, I have another hogging. Let's open the thread pool, manage server 1, and I have a HOGGER thread. Let's open the stack trace. This time, the stack trace is different than EJB. And as I said before, the codes, the threads, is being executed from bottom to top. These parts worked well, and in here I have a log, which means I'm using an MySQL database and it's just waiting in the JDBC level, and I have executed an SQL and I'm waiting the response from database. So just look at this tab and it's still waiting because it is going to, this SQL is it's going to took about 110 seconds, but my stack thread max time is 90 seconds. After 90 seconds, it will be flagged as stuck, but currently it is still HOGGER. Let's refresh the stack thread count. It's still HOGGER. So this means I have a weak performance SQL, or I'm facing some database issue, maybe some disk problem, some storage problem, I don't know. So I have to warn my DBA about this problem. But when I warn the DBA, I need to have some clues and some findings about the current problem. So let's refresh all the page and let's check the incoming emails again. Okay, this is my first email. This time, this HOGGER fired from Superstore web application, and my execute thread 1, and this is my page. I can understand what's going on currently by following this email. So let's do this again. Copy this thread number and open the file and search for execute thread 1. Okay. So as you see, this thread is waiting in MySQL database. So let's switch back to my email inbox. So I have received another backend warning. This time I understand that I have a problematic JDBC statement. Let's check it out. When I open this CSV file, I can see that I have a SQL and which is select sleep. this is it doesn't make sense. I've add this SQL for the test purpose for the screencast, but when you got an email like this, you can forward this SQL to your developer and DBA. We are having some issues about this SQL statement. Could you please tune this SQL and let me know the result? So anymore, we found the exact problem. We found the exact slow SQL by following our emails. So my Hogger thread just resolved and everything is just fine. Let's go back to metric notifications again. So in this time, I received hogging thread count. Let's open the Hogger thread, and also historically I have these clues, and I can just forward this thread to my developer or DBA. Okay, we are having some database issue, and it is for sure we had this problem because of a slow SQL. Let's check it. Go to backend system notifications and open this one. And as you see, I can see also the SQL statement and its duration. Let's open it, and I'm seeing the whole SQL, and so I can also send this SQL to my developer or DBA. Part 3, Hello Wait web service application. This time we are going to analyze and learn about web service, hoggers, and threads. So this is my web service. I've written a web service, and I have a method which is say hello, and this is test client, my test client. In this example, my producer and consumer is just in the same managed server. Web service test client is just my consumer, and hello wait web service is just my producer. Let's test this web service by using swap UI. So I'm giving a name here, and I'm giving wait second. Okay, it worked well. This web service application worked like this. When we give here 5 seconds, it will wait 5 seconds and response back after 5 seconds. This time it's just waiting. Okay, after 5 seconds, as you see here, it worked well and it gave me a response. Hello M.Fevzi Korkut, and this is my response XML for say hello web service operation. Okay, my web service is just working well. This is my consumer, and in my managed server, deployed to my managed server 1, and also in managed server 1 I'm using the web service test client. Let's copy this address and add to web service test client. Click on say hello. Okay, I'm giving here my name and also giving 110 seconds. This means this web service going to work, going to wait for 110 seconds. After that, it is going to respond to my web service invocation. Okay, I clicked on invoke and now it's waiting. Let's go back to server's dashboard again. Okay, and refresh the hogging thread count chart. Okay, I have 2 hogging threads. Why 2? Because as I said you before, my consumer and producer is just working on the same managed server. So when I create a web service call, also it created another Hogger. Let's see the Hogger thread. Okay, I can see that one comes from Hello Wait web service application and the other one is my web service test client. The web service test client comes with Oracle WebLogic server by default. Just we need to enable it for deploying the web service test client. Let's open first because the test fired from this. Let's open the stack trace. Okay, I understand that this is a swap HTTP URL connection because it's locked here and it just opened the connection and I opened an buffer input stream and it's just waiting and a response from the producer. Let's open the producer which is Hello Wait service applications and this is waiting. There's a thread sleep just like EJB in the part 1 and this is my code. I have a Hello Wait service Java class and it is just calling thread sleep because I have passed 110 seconds and currently this web service is just counting to complete its duration. Let's refresh the page again. Yes, my Hogger just resolved. They become as stuck thread. So let's go to notification page again. So I'm able to see my hogging threads. This is my Hogger threads and my swap HTTP URL connection. And also let's see the stuck thread. And this is my stuck thread. And because the say hello did not reply in 90 seconds because our current max stuck thread time is 90 seconds and in 90 seconds my say hello web service operation did not respond. That's why we are seeing this stuck thread. Let's go to our inbox and check all them. Okay, I have received a hogging thread and this is because of the web service test client and this is my address and I create a post request from web service test client and this thread is just calling hello wait web service application. Also I have an thread dump attached to my email. So I received another email 1 minute later. This time the hello wait service application just created a stuck thread. So what is the solution? The solution is just I have to set some timeouts for this web service for not facing a stuck thread in my Oracle WebLogic managed server or JVM. So after that, my hogging thread just resolved because of timeout, and also my stack thread count is just resolved. Let's go back to WLSTM console again and go to profiling dumps page. So I have another thread dump. This time we are going to search for hello wait web service. This is my stack thread and this is also active. Let's open the stack trace. I can see all the stack trace in my thread dump and analyze for more. So as you see, if you want to deal with HOGGER and stack threads, you need to analyze very well by analyzing your thread dumps, your event notifications, and metric notifications. By following your metric notifications, you can understand what's going on your WebLogic server. And we have just finished the screencast. So thank you for watching and have a good day.